Coming down the stretch, 2 races to go, both in B Division. This is the start of 17B. Charleston is in boat number 2, Georgetown in number 4. At this point, Charleston leads by 6 points. The pressure is on. Harvard and Tufts, meanwhile, battle for third, and they're about 50 points out of it. On board with Georgetown's Chris Bem and crew Nick Dean in boat number 4. The wind is now gusting to 15 knots.
Left us. Looks like a little pressure in front. Sail of that.
Early in the leg, number 4 Georgetown crosses just ahead of Charleston. Remember, Georgetown has to make up 6 points. The current is strong now and the waves choppy. Georgetown covers Charleston closely. This is no time to take a chance. On board with Georgetown.
Here's some. Thinking about it in a sec.
Tufts in boat number 15 is happy to play the spoiler, but is more concerned with passing Harvard in number 7. Harvard is up by 5 points over Tufts. Whew, this is close. Vince Porter has made a nice recovery. He's now in third. Charleston's Russell Riley and heavy wind crew Susan Lintern hike hard. This is Lintern's first race in the regatta. What a challenging time to be rotated into the race. Number 2 and 4 are right in the middle of the fleet, and number 4 gains. Georgetown stretches its lead on Charleston with the wind shifting to the left. Can Chris Bem get 4 boats between him and Charleston before the finish? Charleston continues to fade and now is locked in a battle with number 5 Dartmouth, who's standing in 5th place. Todd Whitehead skippers for Dartmouth. Andy Gefkin is his crew. Georgetown is looking good here. Chris Bem clearly likes the heavy wind. He's a sophomore from Hampton, Virginia, and he grew up sailing 420s, the same boats being sailed in this regatta. Dean, the crew, is from Boston. On board with Georgetown. Meanwhile, Charleston seems to be locked in now with Dartmouth.
What?
Tufts is approaching from the right side of the screen in number 17. Remember, they're trying to catch Harvard in boat 7.
Oh, going back left. You're missing 420 exactly.
Georgetown in number 4.
I want to attack right below me, Andy. There he goes.
Chris Bem's doing pretty well, and off to leeward down there, that's Charleston in number 2. Charleston's getting bad air from number 5. That's Dartmouth. On board with Georgetown. Bem keeps a close eye on the competition. He wants to know where Charleston is all the time.
Okay, pretty soon we're going to attack it. Got 3 up there. Ready?
O'Reilly tacks in number 2. The damage is done. Charleston is well back. Georgetown looking good. Look at Dean hike. Nice.
Right now, ready?
Big chop out here.
Had a lane 1.
These guys look pretty comfortable. The question is, how many boats between them and Charleston?
That's good. That's great, actually. They tacked. Stay right out.
And Georgetown passes number 14, Stanford, to move into second. Harvard's Vince Porter is in number 7 and not far behind. He leads Tufts.
Oh, man. Lost 2. Damn it.
Oh, nice move at the mark. Off to the right, number 2, Charleston struggles. They're now in 10th. This is the break Georgetown's been looking for.
We cannot buy a wing this race, man.
But you can't give up. You try to pass one boat at a time, not the whole fleet. Nick Dean looks back and has to like what he sees. Remember, the national championship is on the line. The Hoyas are looking better.
Gotta get these 2 boats overlap below us. Come on, Pop, go down!
Number 3, Brown, is in the lead. But here comes Georgetown with a clean second.
I need something. Jiving.
Take a look at Nick Dean, the crew. He's in constant motion. He's hoping to be named a College All-American this year.
Wing.
Stuck well back in the pack, College of Charleston.
Come on,
You can hear the frustration in skipper Russ O'Reilly's voice.
Yeah, we didn't get enough bang on for the leeward mark. Now we can't do anything about it.
Now, O'Reilly grew up here in Charleston and he's been sailing on these waters for 12 years, but he's going to have to work hard to dig out of this hole.
Come to me a little bit. Okay, good work. We're gonna go wing before we go to the mark. Okay, nice. Hang on, hold. Nice and deep.
The boat's
nice and
spread
deep.
out on their way downwind. They're sailing with the current. On board with Georgetown.
Do we have more pressure ahead or should we need to tack?
Well, these are the choppiest waves we've seen out here on the Cooper River over the 3 days of this regatta. Here comes Georgetown, number 4. Chris Bem heads up on the wind. Dean trims the jib. Nice turn. Beautiful. Ha! They don't even look over their shoulder at their rival, Charleston. Their focus is ahead. But O'Reilly does a good job cutting inside at the leeward mark. More importantly, he stays out of trouble.
Okay, we got to tack here.
One of the tricks to doing well in this race is to find a lane with clear wind so you're not forced to maneuver very often. It takes a lot of care to decide where to go.
Okay, with too much windward sheet.
At the finish, after 6 legs, Georgetown's Chris Bem and Nick Dean finished second.
Get on these waves well. Get on these waves well, I said.
Now they turn around to look and see where Charleston stands. 1 minute later, O'Reilly just nips USC, but finishes 10th. Georgetown now leads by 2 points, but there's 1 race to go.
So we're pretty much tied now. Bail all the way.
We'll be back with the conclusion right after this. Stick with us.
S-O-U-T-H-E-R-N-C-A-L-I-F-O-R-A, Southern California!
Welcome